But yeah, let's jump into the monthly report. So this is the what, October monthly report since we're now in November. Yes, and as always, let's look at the AIs. Jesus Christ. All things that are irrelevant until server meshing, like I say, every month the report. So I will obviously skim through this area as I always do. AI content team progressed with the vendor and patron behaviors. Okay, great. Just AI using machines that we can't use ourselves. Um, Animators refine Vandal execution animations. All right, so now we're literally using the Star Citizen, the PU monthly report, and sharing only Squadron 42 stuff. That's the state that we're in with Star Citizen at this point. This is a PU update. Have you seen a Vandal in the PU? Me neither. On the perception side, AI team implemented functionality to allow rate and respond to disruptions. Okay. Players can also use distractions, so like audio triggers, things like that. October saw AI implement the rocket launcher and railgun handling. Oh no. Oh no. AI using rocket launchers and railguns. They're just gonna snap and railgun you in the face now. Continuing with weapon usage, AI features, NPCs can now pick up weapons and ammunition during combat. For non-combat AI, the team worked on functionality to support NPCs moving cargo from one location to another, including picking up crates, stacking them on a trolley, and moving the trolley to a destination, such as a cargo hold. Very interesting. They also refined their tools to generate better quality cover. Okay. AI tech. Graph view. For perception, more perception audio levels. AI Tech also extended the system that allows the visibility of large objects, such as vehicles. So I don't know if you guys knew, but FPS AI could never see a ship. So if you flew around the surface of like a ground location, you could kill all the FPS AI and they would never even they never would even know you were there. You just shoot them down and that'd be it. It'd be easy. So now railgun, missile launcher, and they could see you. That's kind of a step in the right direction. Whether it'll work on the PU or not is a whole nother situation, right? Just more door panel stuff. Like this is just mostly things that are probably working well in Squadron 42, but just don't in the PU. For animation, the team began discussing bringing creatures into the PU. Okay. Our first interactable creature. I mean, I wonder how we'll interact with them. I'm assuming we'll just blow them up. That's cool. Facial team progressed through AI worker animations. All right. Art characters, armors for security post Korea, and then, I mean, obviously we saw the subscriber armor yesterday, which was quite wild. Ship art SRV is moving forward. That's it. Whoa. So they dumped everything they had into CitizenCon, and that's it for ships. All they mentioned was the SRV. That was the shortest ship section in monthly report history. Community, just more like the Bar Citizen World Tour stuff. Where's this one? Just wondering if this is the New Jersey one. Doesn't look like it. I don't see Jake anywhere. Engine. On the renderer, progress is made on the Gen 12 transition. Okay. But we know it's much further than that now. Right? I don't see much here that I usually skip down to like this area when reading the monthly report for the most part. Engineering team began the month of quality of life and bug fixes. All right, so the Arena Commander feature team is kind of like a new group of guys that does really, really seem to care. And I think they've been there for a few months now. I don't know how long they've been like really, really working on it, but I think we're going to start to see improvements to Arena Commander. Not that I think we're going to start to see people playing Arena Commander like as consistently as we did when it's all we had, but hopefully you'll start to see more people playing it. But I don't know. Team finished its integration of Alpha 318's deliverables into game dev. Some minor items pending. Test runner cases where actor died and added Jericho Station and 4 race maps to the back end, which designs also submitted level record. Okay, Jericho Station in Arena Commander. A new concept was made for dual mode pregame. As the team shifts Arena Commander's focus to being primarily competitive rank mode. The new pregame allows players to select from multiple ships outside their selected one from the front end, as well as to see what their opponent has picked. This will act as the game's initial draft system. Following community feedback, additional ways to improve dual mode itself were discussed and tasked. We're very pleased that the team's direction already matches public opinions. Every topic and issue brought up had already been discussed and scheduled by ACFT. Cool. Feature additions and bug fixing continued for the new Arena Commander 1.5 front end, including adding video backgrounds per game mode. All right. Design efficient, there's so many things, and it's like I guess the way you get into it is important, though. Design finished their initial pass on 5 new racetracks. Snake Pit, Icebreaker, Ritari Station, Dunlow Derby, and Lorville Gateways. A new dogfight map, Jericho Station, was successfully playtested and is planned for an upcoming patch. New Arena Commander map, 5 racetracks. So far, that's by far the most exciting thing I've seen. I want to compete against myself in racing. I guess when I race, I'm more of a rally type. I just race against time. I don't really race against others because I don't think the game really supports that well yet, where we like properly bounce off of each other and not completely destroy each other. And I guess the last time we played, which was I played racing with others, the desync in the game was so incredibly high in comparison to what we have now that we were blowing each other up without even knowing we were anywhere near each other, right? So, features, characters, and weapons. Last month, feature team improved various existing features. I just instantly got distracted because I saw a cargo box, and I see cargo boxes stacked very cleanly. And I'm wondering why. So, oh my God, I can't wait for tomorrow and ISC. I cannot wait. Hopefully this is good. They did say that snapping would not be in the initial content, but maybe it's taken so long, it will be. Included the ability to mantle. I put vault and mantle together. Vantle. Triggered a mid-jump or fall. This adds further options for level designers. Players could also look up and down while moving on a ladder. We know this. We saw CitizenCon. The ability to move items from one inventory to another is now in the final internal test sweep. A number of features the team have been working on were on show during CitizenCon. We really appreciate the positive feedback. Cool. Gameplay features. So that picture was for this. In the US, work continued on the initial implementation of the cargo refactor and new commodity kiosk UI for Alpha 318. This will affect buying, selling, and moving around single SCU resource cargo containers with the tractor beam after purchase outside green zones. Oh, after purchase and outside green zones. Gameplay features also continue to support the buying and selling of FPS refillable RMC containers and the containers created by the Venture and Reclaimer. Okay. RMC. Real money currency? What? Is just the name RMC? What does RMC mean? Did I say Venture? Vulture. Updates were made to the prison, which include the kiosk, which... so that's it with the cargo refactor? The stuff you get from hull stripping, that's right. Recycled material. Okay, okay. Prison, kiosk, gameplay items, alongside the setup and inventories were adjusted across all shops, new commodities that come with the cargo refactor. Inventories were adjusted. Were prices adjusted? Like, guys, we've been using the same prices in the PU for years for commodities now. It's time for just a little look at that, I feel like. The shop setup for Pyro began and it's ongoing. UI screens for the commodity kiosk, Mr. Manager, and bounty hunting progress too. Okay, that's cool. If the shop setup is beginning, then you can hopefully start to see balance prior to Pyro ever being a thing. Planning and documentation began for freight elevators and subsequent cargo refactor updates, which will begin in Q4 2022. Okay. Excuse me. Documentation and investigation began into multi and large container cargo delivery missions that coincide with the delivery of Tier 1 cargo. Oh, wow. Okay. So, actual... it's not delivery missions. It's cargo missions. Right? Actual cargo missions in the PU. Manchester and Frankfurt-based teams progress with hull scraping, adding the finishing touches and quality of life improvements for its balance pass. They also work with the Montreal team to add some not clearly identifiable pieces of debris and help the US team with the cargo refactor. Gravity is on its final approach. Mission feature team. I think we heard a lot of what they're going to be doing, but on SCL last week. This is something. They then worked with Art to further expand the Jumptown Drug Lab. It has doubled in size and includes a second entrance, second drug dispenser, and multiple windows and skylights to see inside. To improve gunplay on the interior, we made it circular and removed most of the doors for longer sightlines. Holy. Wait, there's supposed to be a pick here. Oh, shit. The commodities. It still looks terrible with a giant ship in the middle. But they talked about how they're going to fix it. Critical demand. Everything's in critical demand. And the amount of units that they want seems to be quite low still. But it's just UI. I'm imagining it's not linked into anything at the moment. So I'll leave it at that. 6,000 SCU globally will just get eaten instantly, I feel like. Look. It can't be, right? Critical demand, distilled spirits, 0 SCU they want. Right? Hydrogen, critical demand, 0. So it has to be placeholder. Yeah. Oh man, I thought we were gonna get an image of the Jumptown location. Feature vehicles, vehicle features, transport. Um, this is all PES related, by the way. MFD has progressed well with weapons, mission, ship models submitted. Okay. Self-status screen also made it into Squadron 42 UI, and tasks were started for the comms and weapon self-status. Are we not going to have the random comm just be incredibly annoying and pop up over valuable information for the first time in the history of Star Citizen since AI started communicating with us? Work also began on the new version of quantum travel, which currently involves refactoring the current feature and preparation for rework. What? They literally showed us the new quantum travel. So was that just some scam at no way. That's weird. The team's AI support increased throughout October, mostly focused on ship versus player boss fights in Squadron 42, with the Cutlass now flying with its new behavior on a spline attacking the player. They also supported the flight team with both AI and non-AI requests. Support for Q4 ship releases began too, with tuning currently in progress. Along with this, the new ground vehicle tech was further developed and will be enabled in a coming sprint. Before this, issues with Drake Mule driving like a tank will be resolved. Master modes progressed well in testing. The team confirmed the speeds for SCM, boost, and quantum travel, and are now testing racing ships and looking into how to balance disabling ships as they change between SCM and QT. Very cool. So it sounds like we heard a lot at CitizenCon, but they still needed a lot. What I understand from now reading this and thinking back to some of the things that they said at CitizenCon, the only thing that they had was that they felt like the speed at SCM was good. That's it. I feel like that's where we were at CitizenCon. And then everything else was still stuff that needed to be played with. And it sounds like they're still playing with it. So, okay. We also used this opportunity to rebalance a lot of weapons, redoing the differences in behavior we had reset for the Alpha 314 rework. Very nice. So we might see more useful weapons. Recourse network support continue with power conversation. Oh, okay. So this is recourse must be something like their internal name for things. I don't know why they do this, but they do this. Alongside this new aiming refactor is now complete with remaining work focusing on implementing the new UI. Ooh, all right. And a lot of components will need converting for this to actually work. Big step was made on control surfaces. Okay. Did anybody know they were working on control surfaces? Now ships gliding without thrusters has been reduced over the previous surface model. Finally, the new restricted area system passed its no-go and is now enabled. What is that? What is that? What is the new restricted area? Okay. You know, this is a very subtle sentence, but has major effects in the game if they've made any major changes to restricted areas. Do you think it's just we can fly lower now and that's it? Okay. I'm talking about like at outposts and everything, right? That's what I mean. But yeah, maybe restricted areas is not armistice zones. I put the two together. They're not together. Yeah, you're right, guys. My bad. In October, the team continued to focus on damage maps, fixing. This is a graphics VFX. Gen 12 GPU marker refactor was completed. Development of on-screen space shadows. Team closed out Rastar V1 and fixed the remaining bugs and crashes raised by the content teams. And R&D began on water sim and water rendering improvements. All right, so we're going to see Rastar on ISC or SCL this week. I can't remember which one. So they'll touch more on that. Lighting, great. Everything is lit. Cool. Lit, dude. Locations, EU. Pyro is the first thing, so nothing crazy there. But Pyro has a rest stop, not just Ruin Station. They also closed out on Security Post Korea and progressed with the IAE event halls and cargo. Where's IAE this time around? I don't even remember. Did they put it at whatchamacallit? They probably put it at Crusader, didn't they? Oh, it is at New Babbage. Okay, I thought that they like messed up. Okay, when I saw the video, I thought they messed up and showed it at New Babbage. All right, not bad. And they want to add life to landing zones. I wonder what that means. Narrative. Provided additional support above this IAE. They help deliver content. This particular site uses dedicated narrative AI to build AI behavior to hand over design to implement. So IAE has motion capture. Do you think this is just for video? It's got to be just for video. Narrative also started working on mission features with existing air traffic control behavior. This will help fix problems with existing behavior while also supporting the newest upgrades to the system, which will then be standardized for any additional air traffic control characters and scripts in the future. They also continue to meet mission teams to develop and investigate the mission features in Narrative CitizenCon video. After last month's push, the writers were tasked with coming up with a sample mystery for players to investigate to stress test the foundational system and see how scalable this mission could be. Are the players internal or are we those players? Are we going to be testing an investigation mission soon? That's interesting. In addition, they provided text for upcoming missions. Okay. And then this is their lore stuff. Online services. New character repair reset process is going to be good. How in-game transactions are handled. That's a big one. They also improved the new login flow to allow for faster entry into the game when a player has a pre-entitled account, as well as the new retry service that will resubmit a message back to the service. What is a pre-entitled account? What is that? Lastly, the team made quality of life updates sort of in-game list alphabetically. Okay. Live tools. Already on a server, maybe? Yeah. No, I don't think it's concierge backers, okay? Come on. Live tools. Still working on PES. The login flow. Module gathers different features, including the ability to manage entitlements and rentals. It also provides more detailed and precise information to users about the login details of players, enabling the detection and analysis of issues. For the web platform, these were all their sales. Wow. Multiple teams from Turbine contribute to IAE. This is the brand alignment for the website and the community hub. But this roles and access controls for improved security. Okay. I wonder if that's back end, like their stuff, or they're talking about roles on the ships. I don't think so. I think it's the website stuff. UI. Star map still on the list. For example, in ships, the mobiGlass and potentially screens and levels. Okay, alongside working interactions. Nothing really in UI. That's something we haven't heard 100 times. October saw VFX complete salvage and repair. 2 vehicles continue to the VFX production phase. Thrusters damage, atmospheric entry. They also implemented a task pool, which allows artists to tackle various miscellaneous tasks that have accumulated in the backlog. All right. It feels like they've been working on the star map for 2 years, right? It's kind of crazy. But that was the monthly report. I think for me, highlights. Arena Commander Racing. I don't know when we'll get those. And the new Arena Commander map and the focus on becoming more competitive in nature with their UI and their choice and, the login, the flow into the game and stuff like that. And then second was some of the cargo refactor stuff, cargo missions, things like that. Really excited about that stuff. But yeah, that was the October monthly report. As always, this will be on YouTube, so make sure you like, subscribe, and check out my main channel, SaltEMike. And if you're never have, we do these live on Twitch, twitch.tv/SaltEMike. And if you want to continue the discussion, the best place to do it would be on Discord, discord.gg/SaltEMike. Thanks for watching, guys.